thing about pool is you put a lot of stress on your head is up and your body's bent. And you're playing sometimes for 9 hours a day. It's not uncommon to play every day when you're a high-level pool player. So your back is going through a lot of stress and pressure. And almost none of those guys did yoga. Almost none of those guys lift weights. And some of them would develop back problems. This fucking dude got a back problem. And then I think he actually even got in a car accident too. So he got more fucked up. And then he started with the pills.
It's amazing the mind of the hustler. Because the other day, about 2 weeks ago, you got up early and you go, no matter what time I get up, Diaz is already on tour.
Yeah.
That's, if you dig the root of that mentality, that's the hustler mentality.
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
Table. When I wake up under that table at 6 o'clock, and I don't know how I got here, that was the truth. If I was to wake up on that couch tomorrow morning at 6 to pee, I wouldn't know how I got here. I'd wake up, there'd probably be some powder on the table, there'd be a little bit left, there'd be a half a beer. And you go to the bathroom, and then you come back, and you think about what happened last night, you look at your phone, and you go through your pockets, and you got $3, and you're fucking starving. And that's when the hustle starts, my friend. Right there is where it starts. You already got a guy that you go see to give you 2 eggs and bacon and a fucking piece of toast and put it on a tab till 5 o'clock. So you got till 5 o'clock to make it happen. You got to brush your teeth, comb your hair, and go to the pool or whatever the fuck, and there's something there. And you never know. It could be pool. Could be some guy who robbed a box off UPS and there were wrenches on there, and you got to go sell them. It's fucking mind-boggling. But I'll tell you how mind-boggling it was. When I moved to Colorado, when I first left that area in New Jersey in '83, I slept for 3 weeks straight. It wasn't the acclimation, because that was always, it was just my mind. The stress level went from here to here. I just fucking fell apart. That was it. The mind of a hustler is just a horrible.
It's a lot of grinding.
A lot of grinding, and there's no fucking yoga. You go, well, the guy didn't do yoga. Yeah, okay. Some guy sitting at 6 in the morning going, you know what I need? I need a little downward dog before I take somebody at 8-ball.
This guy who was one of the guys that used to go to the pool hall was this disgusting pervert. He was disgusting, and he played some pretty decent pool, but he was what they would call a scary ass. Like he would never make a bet unless he was absolutely sure he could win. So everyone was always trying to con everyone else. Like even the hustlers, they would try to hustle each other. They'd talk shit to each other. Bitch, I'll give you the 8, 9, and the break. Step the fuck up right now. I'll give you 2-1 on the money. And they'd make these crazy propositions with each other if they didn't get any action. And this one guy was like the most scary. He wouldn't play anybody unless he had just everything locked down. But he would play like regular people would come in off the street. He would try to get he looked like he was out of shape. He looked like a degenerate. He looked like he was falling apart. But he was a super fucking creepy pervert. And he would pay old ladies, like old homeless ladies, to jerk off in their face. He would give them like $5 or $10, and like the lady he was talking about, like she was saying, "I'm a grandmother. I can't believe you're doing this." He'd go, "Shut up," and he'd come in her face. and she's an old homeless lady, and I go, "You're jerking off in an old homeless lady's face." He's like, "I love it. I love it."
That
and
sounds
she's
like
crying.
Fun. It really
He was like saying she was crying while he was coming on her face. "I'm a grandmother," and he's
Listen, they all cry in the bathroom and they're washing that fucking goo off their face. They all cry in the
She's like a fucking 65, 70-year-old lady, and he's jerking off in her face, and she's homeless. A 65-year-old homeless lady, and he's coming in her face for $5.
You think about it. When somebody just comes in your face and you're in the bathroom washing it up, what are you thinking about your life? Like, he really loves me? I mean, what the fuck are you thinking about?
Well, some girls like it.
Yeah,
some girls like it when you come in their face, but they're generally young. It's fun and it's wild. They're not 65-year-old homeless grandmas. When you really are getting off on jerking off on some poor starving old lady's face, like those are the type of people that you'll find, or you used to find, in New York. They don't have them anymore. They don't. I think they have a couple 24-hour joints in New York, but everything closes now. Everything has a closing time, whether it's 2 or 4. There was a bunch of pool halls, a bunch in Manhattan. When I was around, it was still nothing compared to the turn of the century. At the turn of the century, in 1900, there was 1,000 pool halls in New York City. 1,000 pool halls in New York City. That was the bachelor lifestyle. these guys, they didn't want to fucking this was like during like the area of the Depression, like the 1920s especially. They didn't want to have to take care of a fucking family and a wife. It was hard enough just rough scrabble trying to feed yourself. Like, what, I want to have a fucking wife and a kid and have to go out there and figure out a way to feed them and have them fucking starving like I was starving when I was growing up? Like, so many people were starving like that they were scared. And this bachelor lifestyle kind of grew out of that. Also, it was fun. They were playing cards and shooting craps and getting arrested, and pool halls were automatically associated with derelicts and degenerates. In fact, the game pool, it's not even called pool. It's called pocket billiards. Pool is a term for throwing all your money in, pooling your money for games, because everybody would gamble, they would throw in. Like, you very rarely bet your own money. Like, guys would like, oh, who wants in on this? I could beat this motherfucker. Let's fucking make some money. And that's how these guys, they were, like, a lot of it, they were feeding off of each other. And they would 1,000 pool halls, so you're traveling all over the fucking city. And that was the bachelor lifestyle for these guys, that pool hall lifestyle. That's why I was always associated with the glorious results of a misspent youth. Like, everybody who was a good pool player, like, to this day, that's like that weird, it's a weird thing. Like, if a guy's good at badminton, guess what? Nobody gives a fuck. You know, but if a chick walks into a pool hall and starts chalking up the cue and says, you guys want to bet some money on this? Like, oh shit, can she fucking play pool? Fuck, if this bitch beats me at pool, that's like she's stealing your manhood. A chick can beat you at Miss Pac-Man and nobody gives a fuck, okay? But if a chick breaks and runs out on you for $100, you're like, oh my God, I just lost a game of pool to a chick. Because it was a totally male bachelor lifestyle sort of a pastime.